Hi everybody, welcome to Magical Vegan Kitchen. My name is Megan and today we're gonna make pho. What is pho? Pho is a Vietnamese soup spelled P-H-O but pronounced pho. And it is super fun to make and it's really delicious. So let's get cooking. Some things to know about today's recipe are it's 12 ingredients, 4 huge servings, 378 calories per serving, and $4.47 per serving. The ingredients for today are 14 ounces of tofu cubed, 3 cups of mushroom sliced, 6 cloves of garlic sliced, a half teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, 2 cups of bean sprouts, a package of rice noodles, 4 cups of bok choy, 1 jalapeno sliced, 4 tablespoons of miso paste, and 1 lemon sliced. Your tools for today are a knife, a cutting board, stirring devices, a soup pot with a lid, a skillet, a colander, a liquid measure, a half teaspoon measure, and a tablespoon measure. Step 1. Set 10 cups of water to boil. Here's my pot of water that I just turned on to boil. Step 2. Prep all the things. Here are all my prepped ingredients. I have my tofu in cubes, my garlic sliced, my mushroom sliced, and my bok choy cut up and ready to go in the pho. Step 3. Add mushrooms to boiling water. Let cook 4 minutes. Now that my water is boiling, I'm going to add my mushrooms to the water and start the broth. I'm going to let these simmer for a couple minutes, and then I will add my garlic. Step 4. Add garlic to broth. Simmer 20 minutes. As you can see, my mushrooms have made the broth a little bit browner, so I'm going to take this time to add my garlic slices, and we're going to let that simmer for 20 minutes. Step 5. Heat skillet and fry tofu cubes with the half teaspoon of olive oil. I'm heating my skillet with my half teaspoon of oil. So you can see I put it in there, and once it heats up, I'm going to throw in my tofu. Okay, so my skillet is hot, so I'm going to add my tofu. And we're going to fry this until they're golden brown on each side so that they don't fall apart in the soup. Step 6. Remove 1 cup of broth and set aside. Now that we've been simmering for 20 minutes, I'm going to dip my liquid cup measure into the broth and take 1 cup's worth. And then I'm going to let it cool down so that I can add the miso to it. Step 7. Add bok choy and cook for 4 minutes. I'm going to add the bok choy now. And we're going to cook the bok choy for a couple minutes before adding the fried tofu and the noodles. Step 8. Add fried tofu and noodles. As you can see, my tofu is all lightly browned. I just kind of pushed it around the pan, and if it falls apart, that's okay. Just don't want it to fall apart in the soup. So I'm just going to scoop this over into my pot, and then it's noodle time. The noodles that I'm using are the Orchid Siphon Longko bean threads. They come in a package that look like this. I got them at my grocery store, but any noodle will do. Udon or soba will work just as well, or whatever you want to put in there. So here's all my noodles. I'm going to stir them in, and then once they're cooked, I'm going to turn the pot off. Step 9. When your noodles are cooked, turn heat off. The noodles are cooked. I can tell because they're clear, so I'm going to turn this pot off and let it set for a minute or two. Then I'm going to add our miso and broth mixture back into the pot. Step 10. Mix miso paste with the broth that was set aside. So here is my miso paste. I've got my tablespoon and I've got a whisk to mix it with. So I'm just going to spoon some in here and then I'm going to whisk. Here's the miso paste in the broth. I'm just going to whisk it all together and combine it, and we'll add it to our soup pot. Okay, so our pot has been sitting, and I am going to add the miso mixture now. Just gonna pour this right in, and I'm going to mix all this together. And then we will be ready to eat. Yay! Step 11. Assemble the herb plate. Put lemon slices, jalapeno slices, and bean sprouts on a plate. Step 12 is eat! Yay! Here's our finished pho. It is super tasty looking and I am really excited to eat it. As you can see, I added the items from the herb plate in there, and what I'm going to do is probably squeeze the lemon into my soup and then swirl everything around and chow down. And that's how you make pho! Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments or questions, please comment below or tweet at me at magicalvegan. Thank you for watching! Mm-hmm.